Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Replay Icewind Dale the Enhanced Edition, and when last we left off we fought Terrakan a number of times, and each time we were victorious as they weren't really that terrifying a lich. They did have some power to them, but they mostly used their magic to summon more undead. We managed to find their phylactery, and then put it in Jammuth's tomb, which pulled it into the negative energy plane, and thus removed Terrakan from the equation here. Now we have some reading to do. First we have Terrakan's journal. Evening 19. This portion of the deep has been a pleasant surprise to say the least. Not only do the ancient dwarven deterrents provide me much seclusion for my work, I've gained the ability to have their spirits become my unwilling servants in knowledge. Soon I will begin my final transcendence, and my ascended existence within this region will ensure that my power is without challenge. My new minions, unable to ever find their peace as long as my thoughts occupy what is left of their minds. Morning 23. A curious experience today. I finally managed to open the door to Jammuth's tomb, and upon entering I was overcome with fatigue. At first I felt as though I may have unintentionally sprung a trap, but upon revisiting the tomb later I discounted that possibility. I felt as though life itself was leaving my body and twisting my coherence. I will need to investigate this room further in the future and exercise caution. I feel as though there may be something within these chambers that would challenge my occupation of these halls. Morning 26. I've given up attempting to open the door to Worm's Tooth. I'd hoped to have visited the area to gather some necessities for my rite of passage, but it appears to be impossible to move a door in any way without its key. I know from my readings of the lore scattered about here that the key was placed in and around the dwarven monument outside the cemetery, but its hiding place appears to be impossible to find in the forge's current state. I'm afraid that without certain resources, the process will render me weaker than I originally intended, but I appear to have no choice but to use what I have. So you disturbing the spirits of the dead meant that the forge turned off, which meant that you then couldn't get the key you needed to get deeper into this place so that you could then finish your lichdom properly. This is good, because if you had, I'd have been in trouble. Here we have the Journal of Yvain. The last few weeks have been a blur, but I will recount as best I can. Arriving at Dawn's Deep in the middle of the night did not lead to a warm welcome by the dwarves, especially with what had come to pass between both our races. As expected, the dwarves were very apprehensive of what I had to say. There were too many fresh and open wounds between both our peoples. Situations like this are never easy, but I consider myself as good a diplomat as father, perhaps better. Each day spent in council did not end until late evening, and always in pure exhaustion. We argued and bickered over the recent past events. Although we still continued to spend countless hours in council, the dwarves began to trust that I hid no maliciousness behind my words. The dwarves agreed to a treaty in the name of the greater good for both our races later that week. I had been successful in my part. I saw hope for the first time in many months. The only thing left was to return home and convince my people that this was our only chance at true salvation. The hardest part would be to convince father, but he will listen. He must listen, else let our people face death. The next morning almost made the last few weeks' work in vain. A dwarven scout arrived and told us the largest orcish army he had ever seen was only hours away. With little time to prepare, our defences were overrun and the orcs began to pour into Dawn's Deep. We began our retreat into the depths of Dawn's Deep. Key passages were collapsed to cover our movements and buy us time. Even in such dire conditions, this allowed the dwarves to control when and where we would fight. Every battle cost the orcs dearly, as the dwarves fought on their terms, but we were being driven farther and farther back. Even now, we make preparations to retreat further into Worm's Tooth Glacier. Even as grim as this sounds, I still hold hope. Hope that I will tell father of how I fought side by side with our dwarven friends as in days of old. Hope that he will hear the tales of the dwarves who sacrificed their lives so that I may return home someday to reunite both our peoples. Hopes to see my father's stubborn face once again. For my people and the Seldarin's hand, Yvain. Well, surprising no one, Yvain's dead. But the news of her working with the dwarves may soften Larol's heart just a little. Gennick's Journal. I have occupied this empty tomb for several days now, and I'll be attempting to cross the cemetery once again tomorrow morning. The door to the outside passage is locked, and I know the key rests within in a container built into the side of the forge monument. Ooh. With some stroke of luck or higher intervention, I was able to avoid the attention of a dreadful lich on my last trip across, but upon inspection of the forge I was able to locate the receptacle. It seems likely that the monument will need to be restored to its original working state before the container's whereabouts could be determined, as I suspected, but I've been unable to locate anything remotely resembling a switch, lever, or the like that would activate it. I can only assume that the lich is responsible, and as long as and as long as he is present within these chambers, I'll be unable to find the key, and unable to escape. I found powerful magics within these tombs, but even if by some amazing stroke of luck I was able to dispatch the foul creature, he has undoubtedly hidden his life force container beyond these walls. Without his destruction, his absence from this world is purely temporary, and upon returning I do not dare dwell on the horrible fate that would be stalking me. Yeah, that's not a great thing at all. Can I rest in this room here? I hope so. The answer is no! Can't rest here either. Probably because of the whole lich thing. Now, there's a way up here I can go, but we'll check that out in a bit. First things first, we're going to go here and report on our success. If you're even here. I don't think you are. Ah! As the hearth warms the room, so is my heart warmed, knowing that my brothers will return to their rest. We owe much to you, traveller. Glad I could help. If you gaze upon the forge, you will now notice the outline of a receptacle. Within is a key to a door in the Hall of Heroes that leads to Wormstooth Glacier. I have faith that the answers you seek will become clearer once you reach the glacier. Thank you again, my friend, and may Moradin shine upon you. You're welcome. Rest now, Lord Northenor. Yay! We got a huge amount of XP and no levels from it. And we also have this key. The key is important. Let's go get that key. And an axe. A battle axe. It's probably a very good battle axe. It's just a shame we're not going to be using it. We can't identify it by just looking at it. We're going to have to rest. We can rest in here. And it is a place we can rest safely. The Celebrant's Blade +4. This beautiful axe was carefully made by Bryeth Silverhand, a master craftsman and devoted worshipper of Moradin. Bryeth created the weapon to celebrate the completion of a glorious monument to his god, the father of the dwarven race. He placed it within the monument should a hero need it to liberate Dawn's Deep at some future date. Well, it's a really nice weapon. It's a +4 axe. It's just a pity we don't use axes. But hey, +4 axe, not bad. Now, let us go and head back into here, because there are a few little side areas that we can use to maybe get to new places, maybe? I mean, I'll certainly have a look at it. We'll, of course, detect traps along the way, and we'll also be prepared to take care of you. You're not difficult. You are really not difficult. You are just a ghoul. I'm not worried about ghouls. Ah, more treasure. And an armored skeleton. 2 armored skeletons. I'm really not bothered about armored skeletons either. Hello? Can you not pathfind to me because I haven't actually, like, revealed this area yet? Ah, there's another one. Ah, it's not going to make a difference. Case in point. It's not going to make a difference. They just can't get to me. So, another armored skeleton, and another armored skeleton. There's a lot of potential treasure here. And we need to be very careful because there's also a trap or two. Like here. Any more traps? Oh, there's a ton of things I can loot here. What do we have? Nothing useful. And a trap. Magic darts. A hammer. A trap that didn't hurt me that much. And a 2-handed sword.
Yes.
We're gonna need Rodella here.
I see.
And you. Right. What's in your inventory that we can move? I mean, there's a potion we can put in the potion bottle bag. There's a key. There's a bunch of books. Honestly, you hold on to the... on to the books. You hold on to the books.
I see.
The walkways of this cemetery appear to be built upon hundreds of interred, hastily carved, open-air tombs. Their final homes. Yeah, I don't think they were anticipating to have to bury so many people so quickly, but such is the sad fate when your home is besieged. Right. Warhammer +1. Darts we don't know the identity of. Static darts +3. We are getting quite a few static darts +3 piles. This is the forge key. This bronze key is extremely warm with age and heat, and actually feels very warm to the touch. A deep inscription at the base of the key reads, Tooth. That will lead to Worm's Tooth, which is good, because we want to get there. Okay,
Hey, you need me?
more
I gotcha.
trap finding. We don't want to be hit by another spell. Case in point, we don't want to be hit by another spell. Nothing. A shield and some arrows. Another shield. And nothing. Okay, this is a large shield you don't know the identity of. These are Inferno arrows. 1d6 +2 and 1d10 fire. And this is another large shield +1 +4 versus missiles. Considering this was a really powerful item in Baldur's Gate 1, the fact that it's just being given to me en masse in this game really says something about the power level of this campaign. To be fair, you do finish... Of course I walked into a trap. You do finish Baldur's Gate 1 at a much lower level than you do here. This is a short sword, nothing, and a dagger. Ooh, we don't know what the short sword is. That could be something interesting. What is it, Radella? It is the short sword of shadows +2. Ooh, the short sword is the... oh, this is really good. Armor class +2, move silently and hide in shadows +15%. I mean, anything is... I mean, this heals. But you know what? This makes your armor class -6. We could have both ready, but armor class of -6, that actually gives you... Okay, the pain reduced your armor class, that's what that did. That gives you the second highest armor class in the party, at -6.
Yes.
By a long way.
I'm here.
By a long way is -6 the best.
I'm here.
And people were worried that Radella would not make a good frontline combatant. I mean, Thaco of 6 and 10, armor class of -6. This, by the way, is with +2 studded leather.
Hey,
If we
you
find better studded leather, that'll go even lower. Okay,
Right now.
move you forward.
Yeah.
See if we can find anyone else. No! Okay. There's nothing else we can do there.
Aye.
We can't rest in this room.
Ready.
Let's go to the other room and rest there. Might as well. Get that health back easily. I mean, we're not going to be attacked in here.
Here's goblin party.
This room is a
I'm
protected
here.
room.
Aye.
Right. Up we go to Worm's Tooth. With all of this amazing treasure. Just wait until that bag of holding fills up. When that bag of holding fills up, we are heading back to Kuldahar, and we are going to, we're going to make a lot of money. We might even spend some of that money. Okay, we're actually going to spend that money on probably a few things. Or if there's a store in the expansion, I might want to save my money for that. Then again, there'll probably be a lot of money in the expansion anyway. Hi! This is a Bronze Sentry. You weren't here before. You weren't here before.
Yes.
You weren't here before.
Speak.
What?
Okay, how do I... Okay. You're taking crushing damage.
Aye.
This is unfortunate. Can I have you hit?
I'm here. So be it.
Maybe? Yes. Possibly. This Bronze Sentry is not someone I was anticipating, but, we're getting there.
Ready.
Slowly whittling you down. Stop hitting my wizard, please. There we go, you dropped an axe.
Yes.
Give me a task.
That was not the greatest reward I've ever seen for doing a combat. It was 5,000 experience, though. Not going to be happy if we encounter more of them in the future. They're not fun. We're probably going to encounter more of them in the future. That's how that goes. Okay. Just gonna heal you up a bit more. And a little more. With more of our spell casting. I like that you have regen now. It just means that I don't have to worry about healing you outside of combat. Like, in combat, we'll heal you. Absolutely. But outside of combat, no reason. No need to.
I'm here. Not a problem.
Right. Oh, no. Where did you come from? Like, good question. Where did you come from?
Let's go to work.
I don't know. What I do know is I don't like you. That did nothing. Oh, no. Back up. Back up. Fire does nothing. Please don't follow me into this room. You're gonna follow me into this room, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Right here.
It's gonna be one of those sort of things, is it?
I am done.
I mean, you do have -8 armor class. Or -9. Stop attacking my wizard. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Magic missiles. Do they work? Yes, they do. You're
Time for
getting
my
badly
afternoon
hurt.
find.
You're doing a good job of holding them up a little. Okay, one down.
Shall not fail.
Turn round.
I shall not
Turn round, and we need to whittle you down with some more magic missiles. So fire does nothing.
What is your
Magic, however, that is the way we do this. Okay, magic is how we do this. You are weak to magic.
I am by your side.
Magic missiles, specifically. Such a versatile spell. Such a versatile spell.
I am needed.
And another one, please. Did it!
Ready.
Oh, they only have battle axes. That's all they have. That is their loot. Hey, you defeated this giant golem. Battle axe. Okay, admittedly they have 5,000 experience, but that is not the greatest at the moment.
Goblin pie.
Please, when I go back in there, can there not be like 4 more of them? By the way, if we were a party of all wizards, we could have won that in 4 rounds. Admittedly, a party of 4 wizards, a full party of wizards probably wouldn't have got to this point, because they'd have just been crumpled by the first melee fight that appeared in the game.
Goblin pie.
That, or there would have been a lot of resting. It's like, we had a fight. Let's rest, because we have no resources anymore. I mean, if you had like a fighter wizard, a cleric wizard, I mean, you could make it work. Armor would be a problem, because there are only a few suits of armor that allow you to cast spells. Also, I've not saved. I should save. There we go. We're in.
Fighting their way through the Orogs in the upper chambers, the party descended deeper into the bowels of the dwarven stronghold. Gradually, the hewn passageway transitioned from stone to ice, as if the dwarves had run out of room within the mountain and had expanded their tunnels into the adjoining glacier. Icy blasts of wind whipped through the passage as it wound its way through the glacier and out onto the frozen surface above.
Yay! Oh boy, the glistening glacier. Oh boy, ice trolls and snow trolls. This is snow joke.
What is it?
Get it? Cause it's, this is bad. Okay, ice trolls I don't think are the worst because they just die. But the snow troll I think is going to be a thing. We focus on the weaker enemies first, who all have just sunstone gems. And then you. Have at thee! Now, are you just going to collapse? Yes, you are. Okay. Yes, you are. Move.
Not a problem. Let's go.
And we'll have you cast a Burning Hands. Because, yep, fire does the trick. Oh, there's another one.
Ready. Watch me.
Maybe I should have waited.
I'm here.
It's not going to be a problem. Okay, no, not you. You are not going to melee this foe.
Not a problem.
You gonna fall? Okay, there's another one. Right. Quickly defeat this one. Like so. And when you collapse... There we go. Then we're going to use Burning Hands on both of you. Action economy! That was not great. We missed one of them. Whoops! Action economy? Please don't wake up. Yay, you didn't wake up! You did drop a lot of gems, though. I'm not gonna say no to all these gems. They will, at some point, be a good source of money. Right, there is a body here.
Ready.
We also should
I'm
definitely switch to our bow.
here. Right then.
And another body. I do remember this part of the game. I do remember it. It is full of a lot of trolls. Not a lot of traps, though, I don't think. Yeah, not a lot of traps. Trolls, though. Plenty of trolls. Does make sense, you know, Glacier, ice trolls. At least they're not crystal trolls. You need very specific damage to deal with crystal trolls. Is this troll ever going to get here? I don't know. There you are. Hello. Would you like arrows? Don't think you would. And gone. Marvellous.
Yes.
And so, when we come back, folks, we're in Chapter 5. I think there's only 6 chapters in the game. I don't remember. Either way, we are now on top of the glacier. This is a big area, a large map full of locations we can visit. We need to get a lot of badges before we can ignore the badges and then go do the expansion. We do not want to miss the expansion. Didn't do it the first time round, but I am going to do it this time round. Also, it's a good thing we're all dressed warm because we're back in the cold. Yay, the cold! And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.